I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Jessie, and I'm a field manager with Education, Travel, and Culture. And I am a field manager here in Eugene, Oregon. And we decided to just give this a try. It's our very first Instagram interview. And we have our very own Leah from Spain, who is also here in Eugene, and I actually happen to be her local coordinator as well. So I get to see her every month, well, usually. First of all, let me just make sure we have a good amount of people here. It looks like people are joining. So we'll just start off with some, like just a little bit of an introduction, Leah. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to everybody.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm 16 years old and I'm an exchange student from Spain, and I'm staying here in Eugene with my host family. And this is Jessica, my local coordinator.
Okay. So what I kind of wanted to do was just ask some questions, and then if anybody has some questions that they want to ask, feel free to ask them, and I will either ask them as we go, or maybe we can do them at the end, whatever works. And Leah, I just wanted to remind you that we might have some future exchange students joining us, so just keep that in mind when explaining things. So they might be really interested to hear about a lot of these things as well.
Okay.
So, and Leah, if you see any questions that pop up, feel free to let me know or answer them as well.
Wait.
I'm
not sure if I can read them because. Okay, now.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. I'm just checking. I don't see any questions yet. Okay, but we have a lot of people. We have 30 people, so that's cool. All right. So the first question, and some of these are kind of basic, but I think they're questions that a lot of people like to know, is why did you decide to become an exchange student?
I decided to become an exchange student because I was always involved with American social media, and I follow YouTubers and Instagram accounts, and I really like the culture, and I was like, I wonder how it's like to live there with different cultures, and high school's different, and the everyday is different, and I just really wanted to come, and my parents told me I was allowed to, so I had to.
Okay. And how old were you, do you think, when you first started thinking about wanting to be an exchange student?
I was an exchange student for 2 weeks, 3 or 4 years ago with my high school, and I really liked it, but it was only 2 weeks, so it was just visiting. And I realized I really liked it, and that I wanted to live there for a few, at least a year. And I've been trying to come for 2 years, but my parents were like, no, you should stay a little bit more, and then I convinced them, and they let me come, and I love it.
Oh, good. So you decide to become an exchange student, and then you fill out the application, and then you're just waiting. Is that right? You're waiting until you get a host family.
There was this fair for my high school to see what you wanted to do after high school, and there were tents with people, and they told you the options, and it was this, and it was do you want to go to America? And I was like, yeah, and I just went there, and I was like, is it still possible? Because it was kind of late, and I was like, I've been wanting to go, but I don't know if it's too late now. And she was like, no, you have time. And I think she's here, she's on Barrio. And she
great.
Came to a meeting, and we talked, and then I went to Valencia, and I sent the application, and they tested me and everything.
Oh, great. So while you're waiting, it must be you're just it must be really hard to wait, I would imagine. And so what happens when tell us about what it's like when you first find out that you finally have a host family and you're going to Eugene, Oregon. What do you think when
I was
that happens?
So happy because I was one of the last ones to find a family, and I was so scared. And when I finally got the application, it was so good to get to see the pictures of my house and the high school. I googled the high school to see what it was like, and so I texted my family, and I was super excited to come. And I also googled the pictures of the city to see how it looked like. And everyone's like, oh my god, it's gonna be like super rainy and like it's like forest and there's no beaches. Are you gonna miss Spain? I was like, no, I love rain and trees and forest. And it was like the perfect place for me because I just love cold. Like it's like I love being cold, but it's not like super cold like Canada or something. It's just like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, that's good that you like rain because we definitely have lots of rain. Okay, so you find out you're going to Eugene, and then finally you're on the plane. You know, there. What was that like? You know, just having to like say goodbye to your family and
It
knowing
was
you're
my
going to
first
be.
time traveling alone, and I was like at first I was scared and I like didn't know like how to like say goodbye to my family too because it was like it's like a year and I don't know how I haven't been apart from my family for like that long. And so I cried a lot, but I like was so excited to leave because I've been like wanting to do this for so long.
Yeah.
And then like the plane, my dad took me to the airport and I like slept there for like a night. And then the next day I traveled, and it was like the whole day. And I just like watched like 6 movies every like 10 seconds. I was just watching movies the whole thing, and then I like came here and like slept for 2 days straight, and then I woke up and I went to high school because it was really soon.
And what was it like when you first met your host family?
They like came to pick me up at the airport, and at first I was like, I was super tired that day because I like hadn't slept in like 2 days because I can't sleep in planes, so I was just like diet dead. I was like, can I sleep? And they just like took me to the car. We like talked for like a few minutes, and then we didn't talk that much the first day. I just went to sleep. But the next day they like took me to like walk around the neighborhood, and we like talked. And it was like at least like the first like few weeks I was just like shy, but then we like went to like California and we like just like spending time with them. I just like became like super close.
I can't imagine you being shy.
I
um,
was at first. I was just like I don't know. I didn't want to scare them.
yeah. So you finally settle in, and then it's time for your first day of school. So what was that like?
I loved it so much.
Were
So
you
I had this
nervous?
like
Were you nervous though?
yes, but I had like this like there was like this day before the actual like high school started, and it was like for new people to like go and like see around school and like meet the teachers. And I went there and like there was like this group of people, and I like made a few friends because I was like scared to like not make friends. And I'm so glad I made friends, and like we like went around school, and showed us like all the like classes, and like this is like the math area and like arts, and it was like so fun. And then I was so scared for the first day. But I actually loved I like love high school here because it's so different from at least my high school in Spain. Because like I love changing from like class to class and like going to like because like I love when teachers have like their own classes because it's always like decorated and they have like all their stuff. And I just like love like changing like teachers and like classmates every single class.
Okay.
And I was like really like scared of the first date, but I also like knew I wanted to make friends. So all I did was like talk to everyone. I was like, "Oh my god, I love your hair. What's your Snapchat?" And I was like, and I like made all of my friends. I made them the first day because I was like talking to everybody.
Oh, that's great. So can you tell the people that are watching, especially people that might be future students, can you tell us about your school and like maybe how it differs compared to your school back home?
My school in like in Spain or here.
Yeah. So tell us about your school here, but but more specifically, maybe how it compares to your school back home, so they might
Okay,
realize the difference of the
my
two.
high school in Spain, it was like a private high school, and we're like 30 people in the class, and we're like the same for like forever because it was like only one class, and we like stayed in the same class for like the whole day, and like teachers just like came to like teach us. And so I came here, and it's like this huge high school with like thousands of people, and I've been used to like being in class with like 30 people, and I know all of them. So here
Mm-hmm.
was like all new people and new teachers and like new subjects, and so I love that. But also you do like a lot of exercise because the hike was like huge, and I was so lucky because I had like classes in like every like different like point of the like school. I had like one in art class and then in like the gym, and I had to like run like for 5 minutes, and I loved it. And I also like love that like classes are like super specialized. Like it's not just like biology. It's like you can like choose what you like actually want to learn, and the teachers like really. I also like really like the teachers because they all love like what they're teaching.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we have one question, kind of school related. Someone is asking which courses are you studying? I'm sorry, I don't know your first name. Amparo or
Oh yeah,
so?
yeah, that's the one that helped me like come here.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me look
Uh,
at my schedule.
sure.
Last trimester, I had PE for first period, and it was so fun because I love it. Was like because we have like team sports, and it's like different like a sport every week, and I love that class. I've had it like every trimester, and always like first period because it's like in the morning you just like run instead of like studying, and I love that
Mm-hmm.
class so much because everyone, since we're like just like playing sports in like teams, you like get so close with like everyone in that class. Like the the past two trimesters that I've been in it, I like was like super close with the whole class because we're like all playing just like football and like soccer and basketball and like games together. And so it's like teams, and you like get to know them and you like get super close with
Okay.
them. Let me check.
And PE is physical education for students
Yeah,
that might not know what that stands
and there's
for.
like different kinds, and I chose team sports.
Yeah. Well, that's good because you're not actually playing on a separate sport outside of school either right now.
Yeah. Wait. Then I had French, which is like I've been like studying French for a few years, but it was like it's like super weird to like learn another language in another language. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
learning French and English, and like sometimes I was like, okay, how do you say this in French? And then I like knew how to say it in Spanish, but then I was like, wait, how do you say it in English? But it was like it's like actually like really fun. I love like this. Then I was like a teacher aide. I was just like I had like a free period. I chose to like spend it with like the Spanish teacher, and she's actually from where is she from? I don't know, South America, but I remember where she was from. I don't remember where she was from exactly. And she was so nice, and I just like went to her class and like helped. She was like a Spanish teacher, and I just like helped her like make all the homework and like everything. She was like, okay, let's ask Leah about this. Like, what do you think? And I was like, yeah, well, in Spain we like celebrate like Carnival and we like do this, and I like told her all about Spain too. Then I had contemporary world issues. I love that class so much because it's
Which
like
class? Which class is it?
contemporary world issues.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like history, but like things that are happening now. And we also studied about the coronavirus before it happened, and he like told us about the things that might happen. He was like absolutely right, and we watched like documentaries of like other pandemics and like to see how we should like we how we should do to like stop it and what's gonna happen. And like actually, I loved it. And then I had American literature, and we learned a lot about Native American like myths and legends. We like had like a book of like a lot of myths, and we like read them and like analyzed them. And there was like this fun class that like this girl that was like I don't know what she was, but I think she was like the leader of like her tribe, and
Mm-hmm.
it was she was like Native American. She like came and brought like a dead fox. It was like so weird. She like started like telling us all about like her culture and like stories and like myths. It was so fun.
Wow. Very cool. So kind of off the topic of school now. Can you tell us what things have been different um, here, or having to adjust from living in Spain to the U.S.? What types of things have been kind of maybe more challenging to adjust to, or just different?
They're not challenging. They're just like different because like everything's like different. Like the day that they like what they do every day, like the time they eat, like this even like supermarkets are like so different here. And I also like love neighborhoods because like I don't know like about other places, but in Spain we mostly have like fences like over houses, and we're like everyone has like their block and it's like covered. But
Oh,
like
okay.
here, you like walk around the neighborhood, you like can see like people like in their like backyards, and you can see like their houses, and I love that.
Good. And what about cultural difference? Something that's different culturally from Spain to the U.S. Anything that stands out to you?
Food, I guess.
The food. What do you miss most back home as far as food?
Mm, it's not like a Spanish food, but I miss like my pasta that had like
Mm-hmm.
chorizo, and I miss it
Uh-huh.
so much. And also like there's this, I don't know how it's called here, but it's called fuet. It's like a sausage, but you just like eat it like this, and it's so good. I miss it so much.
And then, so what has been your favorite food that you've discovered here so far?
Definitely mac and cheese.
From the box?
Mm-hmm. Market of choice.
You know, it's funny is I hear that from a lot of exchange students that they love the box mac and cheese.
It's so good.
Okay, so and sorry, we're kind of skipping back around, sort of school related. So you go to school. You usually go to school from about 8:30 to 3, correct?
No, three.
Um, and what do you do? Like, kind of tell us what would be a typical day in the life of an American student. So you go to school, and then what would you do after school?
I usually, since my all of my friends have cars, we usually like after school, like we pick like someone to give us a ride, and we like go. We always like go to like Skinner's View and like places because there's like super like cool views around the city. And we just like go places and we like play
Mm-hmm.
super loud music in the car and we just like go there and either like hike or like walk around and take pictures and like see. And I love like we also go downtown all the time thrifting. We
Okay.
love thrifting. We go to like Buffalo and I love it so much. We like spend like 3 hours like just like shopping it. Like we almost like never buy anything. We like just like trying stuff on. It's so fun.
Yeah. Good. And what has been your favorite thing about being sort of a quote unquote American teenager, whether it's school or, you know, family life? What has just been your favorite thing about the experience?
I love school and like hanging out with friends because it's so different when we have cars. Because like in Spain at least or like me, I like every time you like wanted to do something, you had to like ask friends like, okay, who can pick you up? Who can give us a ride? And like now it's just like, okay, let's go do this, and like everyone just like comes. And we can just like do whatever we want and like drive around and like go places without like having to like wait like someone to pick us up. Which is like, okay, let's go thrifting, let's go get ice cream, let's go to the movies. We can
Mm-hmm.
just like go wherever we want.
Good. Now, hold on. I want to back up here and see if I think I saw a couple of questions, possibly. Let's see. Oh, someone asked, where are you in the US? But it looks like Brenda answered that she is in Eugene. Um,
And
other people love mac and cheese. Um, what do you do at afternoon? Roberto is asking, but we kind of just covered that. Okay, so that's all the questions from the group so far. Um, can you describe your exchange experience in one word?
mm, one.
Just one word.
Mm, one word. It's so hard. There's like so
Okay,
many
two
words.
if you have to. Just if you had to explain your exchange experience in as little words as
It's like
possible.
I don't know how to say it in like one word, but it's like definitely something everyone has to do. I
Yeah.
think like once in your life, you need to like go to like a different. And I really wanted to do it before like college because I'm like, yeah, I can travel, but like I want to do it now because like there's so many like things that I want to learn from like other people. And even like after this, when I go back to Spain, I'm like planning on like traveling after high school because I
Good.
just like everything's like so different. Because you like think okay like some things are different, but you like come here and like even just like walking like your dog, like the things you see like I don't know like everything's so different like
Hmm.
something everyone needs to experience.
And what is one
Yes,
memory?
look, they're saying
Oh,
life changing, amazing,
oh, life changing. Yep.
life changing. I like that one.
Yep. Very true. And what is what is one memory you will never forget? And what has been the hardest part during your exchange experience?
I have like so many memories of like hanging out with friends. I love like a few months ago I went skiing with one of my best friends here, Zoe. Like she took me with her family, and we just like went to this like skiing like place, and we just like skied for like the whole day. And we went to like a hot spring, and it was
Mm.
so nice. I don't know if you guys know what those are. They're like natural pools and they're like super hot, and it was like snowing all around after like skiing, and I was like so tired and like so cold, and then I just went there and it was like so perfect and so hot. I loved it.
And what do you think has been one of the hardest things during your exchange experience?
mm, for me, I miss like clubbing in Spain.
You miss what? Clubbing in Spain?
And
So
like
that's
because
been the
like in Spain I
hardest.
used to like go out all the time, and here like go out but it's not like constantly, and that's like Because like everything here is like super like different, and I guess I like it better. That's like the only thing I kind of miss.
Right. And then the only thing that I kind of forgot to talk more about is your host family. So I know that you have a really great relationship with your host family. So do you want to, can you tell me a little bit about your host family? Maybe just something
Mm-hmm.
like other students might expect when moving in with an American family?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I live with my host mom and my host sister. She's 13, and I have like I really love them. And I don't know what like advice. Okay, so at first I was like super like the first month I was like super shy, and it was like so hard because I was like I didn't know like what to say or like what to do. But I feel like just like do things with them because like that's like what's gonna make you like talk. Because like when I went like on trips and like amusement parks and we like just went to like see the family like to like the supermarket together, we like just talked a lot, and that's just like slowly you like become like super close with them, and like if you live every day with them and you like try to do fun things with them, you're just like gonna end up being like close to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, oh, and then my last question for now is would you recommend the ETC exchange program to your friends? And if so, why?
Like etc like the exchange year, just like etc.
Well, both. I mean, you're here with ETC, so hopefully that has contributed to part of your experience as well.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, I would like totally recommend like people coming here, and also like this, like the agency, like everything's like so like easy. Like you just like ask questions, like there's like no like paperwork or like anything, and I know like everything's like being taken care of. And I like have you every month to like talk to, so it's like easy and like to like keep connected. And
Mm-hmm.
like the whole year, I was just like recommend everyone to like even not like to the US, just like travel and like visit like different things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, well,
Wait, there's a question.
oh,
Have you made good friends in the US? Yeah,
oh,
definitely. I have like I have like two friend groups, and I we hang out like separately and like have like this like friend group of like three girls and two guys, and I love them so much. There's like the ones that we like hang out after school all the time, and I love them so much. We like have sleepovers all the time, and I have this other one, and I just like love them so much. And I'm like, I one of my friends already like bought tickets to come to visit me in Spain, but I don't know what's gonna happen now. Like if flights are
mm-hmm.
gonna be canceled or anything, but she's gonna definitely gonna come and see me like whenever she can. And then I have like I'm like everyone I like meet someone, even if I'm not like as close, I'm like you should like come to Spain. You can like stay in my house, and I'm like trying to like make everyone come because I even if like they come to Spain just for like a week in summer or something, it's like so fun. I want them to like see how different things are,
Mm-hmm.
and so every time I make friends, I'm like just come here, come to Spain. You can stay in my house. I'll like take care of you. Just like come.
I'm going to come visit you too.
Okay.
Okay, so Brenda has a question. What advice would you give to future students?
Okay. First thing, like don't like because like most I was like scared of like missing everything, and like because I know that some people like have bad times and like cry like miss like their family, but I've like I haven't cried a single time because I miss Spain. I mean I do miss it, but I'm like thinking I'm gonna go back. Why would I like spend my time here just like crying, thinking about like things that I'm gonna see soon like this. I'm just gonna have this for like a while, but like my life there is gonna be always there. So why would I like
Mm-hmm.
cry about things that I'm gonna have all the time? Like I'm sometimes I like cry because I'm like I'm gonna miss this so much.
Yeah.
Because like why would I like miss something that I'm gonna go back to? And so just you just like have to like prepare like think to yourself like I'm like gonna like try to like do like the best for me like this year. I'm not gonna think of like how much I miss things because I'm gonna have them like when I go back. I'm just like gonna try to like get the best.
That's really great advice.
And
Um,
also just like when you go to school or like meet friends, even if you're shy, because I was like I like it like doesn't seem like it, but I'm like super shy at first when I meet people, so I don't know like how to act. I'm like, okay, should I say this or not? So like stop being shy, even if like because like I was like scared like the first day. I was like, okay, I need to like talk to everyone. But I was like, okay, what if they don't like me? Okay, if they don't like you, you're just gonna like have a class with them. You can like say hi to them. It's not like it's gonna be so hard. Like you can talk to them, and if like you don't like them, you like don't have to do anything. You just like try. You don't like you're not gonna lose anything. So like just talk to everybody. Like no matter like even if like you're like okay like they wouldn't be like usually my friend, because like my friend Zoe, she's like my best friend. She like she's like she wouldn't be my friend. She's like so we're like so different.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I sat next to her on the first date and I was like I like just like started talking to her and like now she's like my best friend. We're like super close. But everyone's like, how are you like her friend? Like why did you like even talk to her? You're like so different. But I just talked to I was like I knew I was like okay I'm just gonna talk to everyone to like make friends. And so just like stop being shy because like even if like cause I was like so scared like what if they don't like me? If they don't
Mm-hmm.
like you, you just like they're just gonna say like hi back. They're not gonna be mean or anything. You can just like know people. And so now like every time I had a class, I just like talk to everyone. So you should like that's like a good
Yeah, that's that's really good advice. And just, can everybody still hear me? Yeah. Okay. Um, just so everybody knows, Leah has been this positive and is always smiling since the day that I met her. There's never been a time that she's complained, unless I told her that she couldn't dye her hair or something. But otherwise, I mean, this kid is, I mean, she's really made the most of her experience. And so I really think that that was some really great advice. Um, let's see, someone said, any advice to make friends, but I think you kind of touched that because you just
just
said you
talk to
just have to
everyone.
talk
No
to
matter,
them.
even if you're like, oh my god, they're like super weird. Like I wouldn't be like their friends. Just talk to them. Even if you're not gonna be like their best friends, you like know people and like I like all I did was like ask for Snapchats and like talk to everyone.
Someone sent you a message in Spanish, I think. Is that a friend of yours?
Leah, she said, Leah, you're the best. We're proud of you.
How many times do you talk to your family in Spain? I mean, like a lot or once a month?
I mean, I personally like I always forget and my family gets mad at me. They're like, okay, we haven't talked in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And I like don't talk like super often with them. I mean, like I have like a group of friends and I like just like send them pictures of what I do. But then like I just like talk like once a week or like every 2 weeks. But when I talk with like my friends, I talk for like an hour. And she just like
Mm-hmm.
tells me like about her weeks, and I'm like, yeah, like I did this in school. And we like talk for an hour. We like don't talk very often. When we do, we like talk for like hours.
Yeah. And, you know, another thing that I wanted to add to Leah's positivity is that even being in our lockdown here in this state, she still has not complained. So, I mean, that just, you know, she's still
I
having a great
love.
time. Look, she's still smiling. She still has nothing to complain about. She can't go to school. She can't see
Wait, wait.
her friends. And, you know, she's still, she's still, oh, and she has, she's going to show us her pet, I think. Um, but this is her hamster.
I feel like she looks more like a mouse. I love her so much.
So, you know, she's just really making the most of their time, even being on lockdown. And so I hope you guys all enjoyed our interview. And I hope that if you were a future student, that you were able to learn a little bit about, you know, the being an exchange student. I hope that you guys all are able to make it here and live with your future host family. And it doesn't look like we have any new questions. Oh, wait. Is your hamster going to Spain?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I love her so much.
Maybe you
I'm
can
gonna
put
say
her in
that
your
she's like
backpack.
emotional support. I'm gonna be like, yeah, like I have anxiety. I need her with me.
um, so if there's no other questions, then, you know, again, I hope you guys enjoyed our interview, and thank you, Leah, very much. And hopefully we get to do another live interview. Sorry, I paused there for a second. Um, all right. Well, thanks again. And thanks everybody for watching. Well, you guys, we'll see you next time. Bye, Leah.
Bye.